For this drawing exercise, we're going to do drawing a couple types of noses. So let's start off with a profile nose. So with the profile nose, I'm going to start off with a round end on it. And we can actually put another small ball here for the nostril. This nose is going to have a very large bump to it, so you give it a lot of expression here. And give it a nice bump here, coming up. And this is where the forehead would be. The forehead would come up off here. So our bump for our nose kind of comes down this way and turns in. Nostril will be around here, coming up. Starting to see the shape of the nose already. This here. Nostril would drop down here. I'm going to shade the bottom of it a little bit, so light coming from the top of that top view, and a little bit of shading here to make the nostril look a little bit more round. This would be the side of the nose. Eventually the eye would be placed up in this area. Erase some of our lead lines. And this would look of a profile of a nose. Let's draw a nose, maybe a little bit from maybe a 3/4 view. So let's again start off with the roundness, bulbous of the front of the nose, and we're just going to kind of draw a shape. This person's going to have a little bit of a dip in the middle of it, coming off of here, and we're just going to put a nostril over here. Kind of seeing a little bit more of the top view of this now. We're looking at the nose from the top, and we'll put a nostril over here. Roundness. Okay. I'm going to have that nose come up in here, so I'm going to have a shape something like this for the bridge of the nose. That's going to go back eventually to the eyes over here. Add a little shading. Shading is going to be important to drawing noses because they are three-dimensional, so they're going to catch the most light, so you're going to have the most shading when doing a nose. So they may look fairly flat at first until you start putting some shading into it. Get rid of some of our guidelines. Guidelines are good to keep your drawing straight. And that would be a nose. A little bit of a top view to it. Let's draw a nose. Maybe it's a little bit more pointy. Let's move this over a little bit. And this is going to be a profile again. So let's, sorry there. Get rid of that. And I'm just going to start down here a little bit with the nose. This one's going to have a very small little ball on it because it's going to be kind of a pointy nose. So make it small. It's going to kind of come up and over and straight up and kind of curve in this way. Underneath, again, we have shading underneath it. Comes up, and then we are going to have still that nostril. So a nice roundness of the nostril will give you that shape. And we'll make the nostril in here. Since this kind of comes out, you can have a little bit of shadow into that area. It'll be coming up. And our nose is going to kind of come down like this. This would be kind of like a really like pointy nose. Put a little shape into there. Come down a little more this way. And our eye socket would be somewhere in this area up in here. So it's kind of a pointy nose. And the last one we'll draw another one kind of at a 3/4 length. And we'll kind of start off again with our shape of our ball of our nose. Make this little square at the bottom. Bring our nose up. Over. Kind of see it again from the top view a little bit. Come over. This would be, the eye would be over in this area over here. Here's your bridge again. You can have our bridge kind of go in a different, little bit of a different angled direction to it. For this one, nostrils over here. Our nostril would be here. This would be more of the side of the nose. And that's just 4 shapes of different noses.